Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Where there is love, there is life. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. Hate the sin, love the sinner. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The future depends on what you do today. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. If I keep on saying to myself that I cannot do a certain thing, it is possible that I may end by really becoming incapable of doing it. On the contrary, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning. Each night when I go to sleep, I die, and the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. What difference does it make to the dead, the orphans and the homeless, whether the mad destruction is wrought under the name of totalitarianism or in the holy name of liberty or democracy? To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. Truth never damages a cause that is just. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. It is easy enough to be friendly to one's friends, but to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. The other is mere business. Action expresses priorities. It's the action, not the fruit of the action, that's important. You have to do the right thing. It may not be in your power, may not be in your time, that there'll be any fruit, but that doesn't mean you stop doing the right thing. You may never know what results come from your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. My life is my message. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. There is more to life than simply increasing its speed. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. Love is the strongest force the world possesses, and yet it is the humblest imaginable. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Remember that all through history, there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall, always. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. There is nothing that wastes the body like worry, and one who has any faith in God should be ashamed to worry about anything whatsoever. They cannot take away our self-respect if we do not give it to them. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. To my mind, the life of a lamb is no less precious than that of a human being. Poverty is the worst form of violence. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. There is no way to peace. There is only peace. Truth is one, paths are many. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. Yes, I am. I am also a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, and a Jew. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment, and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. My imperfections and failures are as much a blessing from God as my successes and my talents, and I lay them both at His feet. Faith is not something to grasp, it is a state to grow into. I believe in equality for everyone, except reporters and photographers. Each one has to find his peace from within, and peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances. Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. A no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. It is wrong and immoral to seek to escape the consequences of one's acts. If we are to reach real peace in the world, we shall have to begin with the children. When I asked what he thought of Western civilization, I think it would be a good idea. Prayer is not an old woman's idle amusement. Properly understood and applied, it is the most potent instrument of action. What barrier is there that love cannot break? The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. Nothing is so aggravating as calmness. The seeker after truth should be humbler than the dust. The world crushes the dust under its feet, but the seeker after truth should so humble himself that even the dust could crush him. Only then, and not till then, will he have a glimpse of truth. Manliness consists not in bluff, bravado, or loneliness. It consists in daring to do the right thing and facing consequences, whether it is in matters social, political, or other. It consists in deeds, not words. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. Live simply so that others may simply live. The greatness of humanity is not in being human, but in being humane. Fearlessness is the first requisite of spirituality. Cowards can never be moral. There is force in the universe which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. There is no such thing as too insane unless others turn up dead due to your actions. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. They may torture my body, break my bones, even kill me. Then they will have my dead body, but not my obedience. I cannot teach you violence, as I do not myself believe in it. I can only teach you not to bow your heads before anyone, even at the cost of your life. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still small voice within me. And even though I have to face the prospect of being a minority of one, I humbly believe I have the courage to be in such a hopeless minority. The path is the goal. Liberty and democracy become unholy when their hands are dyed red with innocent blood. Honest differences are often a healthy sign of progress. Nothing has saddened me so much in life as the hardness of heart of educated people. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. If I were asked to define the Hindu creed, I should simply say, search after truth through non-violent means. A man may not believe in God and still call himself a Hindu. Hinduism is a relentless pursuit after truth. Hinduism is the religion of truth. Truth is God. Denial of God we have known. Denial of truth we have not known. True beauty lies in purity of the heart. The only difference between man and man all the world over is one of degree and not of kind, even as there is between trees of the same species, wherein is the cause for anger, envy, or discrimination. You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist. As human beings, our greatness lies not so much in being able to remake the world, that is the myth of the atomic age, as in being able to remake ourselves. Love never claims, it ever gives. Love ever suffers, never resents, never revenges itself. The moment there is suspicion about a person's motives, everything he does becomes tainted. Wherever you are, you will always be in my heart.